Reinforcing ethical governance in Nigeria. What we have on this press conference basically is seeing how we can integrate policies for an enhanced framework. The need for proper ethical standards and behavior in business and government transactions, like we know, remains a significant obstacle in the issue and enhancing public trust. This brief presents a strategic perspective on strengthening ethics and integrity in Nigeria by harmonizing the Nigerian Code of Conduct for public servants, and also the ICPC, NOA, and I think the SGF office recently who developed the National Ethics and Integrity Policy. These policies play a crucial role in shaping the conduct of both public officials and citizens' behaviors. By leveraging the strengths of both policies, Nigeria can create an environment that promotes accountability, integrity, and responsible leadership. This brief also emphasizes the complementary nature of these policies, also identifies areas for improvement, and proposes a forward-looking approach to the seamless integration to enhance public confidence in this conversation. Like we all know, Nigeria has not done pretty well in some of the indexes we have seen, from Corruption Perception Index to the Global Corruption Barometer highlights, as well as the Transparency and Integrity Index by several organizations globally. Enforcing ethical standards in government is vital for preventing waste and abuse and prioritizing the public's interest over private interest. However, fragmented policies and disjointed implementation often undermine efforts, such as the need for more general knowledge of the National Ethics and Integrity Policy and the poor adherence of public servants to the Code of Conduct. In previous work we have done, we have seen that largely, I would say between 70 to 80% of public servants are not even aware of the National Ethics and Integrity Policy. Just the other day, we were having a meeting with one of the House of Rep members in the National Assembly, and he said he had never come across the National Ethics and Integrity Policy, which for us still keeps us interested in the conversation on seeing how these policies can engage largely with public officials. Like we know, these gaps lead to inefficiencies in addressing ethical governance, including when high-ranking government officials are above these policies. While the Code of Conduct for public servants outlines ethical standards, the National Ethics and Integrity Policy focuses on values causing enforcement challenges. Synchronizing these policies and collaboration among government agencies, civil society organizations, and the private sector in implementing these ethical practices are not only opportunities but moral imperatives. This is a chance to reshape Nigeria's narrative, fostering integrity, accountability, and responsible governance to benefit citizens and the nation's global image. Thank you very much.
Okay.
I'll make reference to the last administration in 2015 when we had after the elections. Promises revolved around anti-corruption fight. We had a president who was the chairman of anti-corruption in African Union. But you see, the times where you have the head even drive this conversation, there's also the pressure from citizens and individuals which oversees this. But our own claim, like I was discussing with my colleagues, that there needs to be a clear difference between politics and governance, where people who lead organizations are able to implement their mandates. So if you see the anti-corruption agencies, they have their outlines for what they are supposed to achieve as mandates or why they were created in the first place. We are also looking up to a country which delivers for its citizens and enables its citizens to thrive. So nobody should be nobody should be above the law. Nobody should be above these policies. It should apply to everybody. So if ICPC has designed the National Ethics and Integrity Policy, they should implement it across board, either the president or me and you as citizens or whoever. So everybody, for me, I feel equality, the law should apply equally to everyone.
So how bad do you think the national values are very rooted at the international community, looking at the TI index?
So while we're doing this as well, TI, we will commend them for the work they do on corruption. It's also a perception index which has a methodology methodology from different sources to also grade countries accordingly. But nevertheless, we have indexes like transparency and integrity, public integrity index. We think it's bad when you cut across all these indexes globally to see where how Nigeria ranks or how Nigeria is faring. I will just quickly read what this says. On the Ibrahim 2020
governance have been noteworthy and tumultuous. Entities like the Code of Conduct Bureau and the Code of Conduct Tribunal have set ethical standards, but challenges like poor leadership and inadequate enforcement hinder effectiveness. Amidst these challenges, it's crucial to acknowledge the significant emergence of the National Ethics and Integrity Policy. This policy is the result of collaborative efforts involving the Independent Corrupt Practices and Other Related Offences Commission, ICPC, and the Office of the Secretary to the Government of the Federation, OSGF, and the National Orientation Agency, NOA. It serves as a guiding light, steering Nigeria towards national unity, equitable social progress, steadfast integrity. The policy is rooted in noble aspirations and underscores fundamental values like the human dignity, patriotism, and personal responsibility. However, it does face a formidable obstacle, translating these lofty ideas into practicable, enforceable measures. The rationale for policy integration. Integrating the Nigerian Code of Conduct for public servants and the National Ethics and Integrity Policy is pivotal in addressing these challenges. The Code of Conduct outlines ethical benchmarks and conflict resolution frameworks for public servants. In contrast, the National Ethics and Integrity Policy emphasizes foundational values, driving ethical behaviors and accountability. A holistic strategy can be crafted by merging these frameworks, cultivating a culture of ethics and integrity across society. This integration can transform the conduct of public servants and societal norms, emphasizing accountability, ethical principles, and transparent governance. This integration is more than a policy alignment. It constructs a resilient ethical framework, fortifying Nigeria's governance landscape. It bridges the gap between theory and practice, turning policy aspirations into tangible actions that resonate throughout society. This complex endeavor is essential for navigating governance challenges, building trust, and fostering a culture where ethical behaviors and transparent governance are lived realities.
1. Informed training and incentives. 2. Enhance enforcement and oversight. 3. Fostering a culture of resolute integrity. 4. Inclusive civic participation and awareness initiatives. And 5. Effective penalties. Conclusion. Reinforcing ethical governance in Nigeria through unified policy integration is critical for national progress. By combining the Nigerian Code of Conduct for public servants and the National Ethics and Integrity Policy, and effectively implementing them, Nigeria can nurture a culture of integrity, ethical leadership, and accountable governance. However, to truly foster a culture of unwavering integrity, Nigeria must prioritize conversations around societal norms and invest in behavior change interventions. These dimensions are at the heart of ethical transformation, as they can reshape behaviors, transcend the boundaries of public officials, and permeate every facet of society. The proposed measures offer Nigeria a significant opportunity. Nigeria can usher in an era of integrity, accountability, and ethical strength by addressing challenges decisively and embracing a unified approach. This strategy lays the foundation for prosperity and unity. Nigeria envisions a future where integrity shapes actions, attracts investment, enhances trust, and contributes to a sustainable development and global reputation. The proposed measures offer Nigeria a chance not only to tackle current challenges from massive political corruption to harmful social norms, but also to establish a foundation for a future where ethical conduct guides decisions, attracts investments, fosters trust, contributes to sustainable development while enhancing the country's global standing. It is a vision worth pursuing, and it commences with the determined cooperation of policies and unwavering dedication to nurturing a culture of integrity in all aspects of Nigerian society.